Welcome to Mildly Hilarious episode Dose. I'm that nigga Brandon.
I'm the nigga Rashad.
And you already know what it is if you watched the episode last week. So just to, go ahead and hop right into it, we just want to kick it off with a couple of, news stories around the nation. First off, shout out to NCAP football. Proud of y'all. Beat Bethune-Cookman, number one ranked offense in the MEAC. Shout out to y'all.
You're giving us hope this season.
Now you just gotta win homecoming. If you win homecoming, I promise I'll take a shot for y'all. Alright.
Other news.
In other news, we have shout out to the 9-year-old kid who saved his dad where they got into a car accident coming back from a Boy Scout training session.
You better do it.
And they got into a car accident, and the little boy got out of the car and ran to his grandparents' house because they were almost home. Ran to their grandparents' house. His grandparents weren't there. So he ended up running a half a mile further down the street to his own house where he ended up getting help.
First off, I want my son to be like that, help out his old man.
Second off, I know grown-ass people who wouldn't know how to handle that situation in real life. So shout out to the 9-year-old little kid who actually knew how to do that. It definitely makes me want to, put my kids in Boy Scout and Girl Scout training because it helps them, under pressure.
No panic.
Right. All right. In educational news, shout out to President Obama for signing a proclamation for National Historically Black College and University Week, which will be held every year from now on between September 18th through September 24th. Yes, shout out to you for mandating HBCU week, but cutting funding to HBCUs.
Doesn't it make sense now, does it?
Shout out to the fail wheel.
Right.
In winning nigga news, shout out to all the unofficial immigrants who will be getting financial aid in California starting in 2013. I'm a U.S. citizen. I can't even get that much financial aid, but you want to give an unofficial immigrant financial aid to go to school? What you mean?
$5,800 a year. First of all,
I don't even get that much money being an out-of-state student, let alone being an out-of-the-country student who isn't even officially American yet.
And the Pell Grant in the U.S. only allows a student $5,500 maximum a year. I don't even get the full maximum. And these niggas is getting $5,800? Yeah.
What is the requirement to get the maximum Pell Grant? Because my EFC is 0. But I only get like $4,700.
I'm getting somewhere. Knocking on the door, probably
$4,775. That's how much I get for Pell Grant.
Right.
Yes, I know the exact amount because I had a little spat with financial aid earlier this year. Shout out to them.
Hey, at least they got your shit done, because I ain't getting mine until like August.
No. It took me 5 times to go to financial aid before I actually had to do something. I almost had to cut some bitch out, but I'm sorry. that's totally.
Other news.
All right.
You going kindergartens?
Again, in winning nigga news, shout out to the kindergartners in Minnesota where their classes are fully taught in Mandarin Chinese. Their whole class is taught in Mandarin.
Chinese folks.
We can't even get a freaking foreign language major here at North Carolina A&T, but you're teaching kindergartners Mandarin? Oh, I see how that is. Shout out to A&T for cutting all their foreign language departments. Now all you offer is elementary and intermediate. That's not enough to give me a degree. That's not enough to make me globally ready for the world.
And because you cut foreign language, you made my best friend and sister transfer schools. I don't appreciate that.
Speaking of being globally ready, this is a quote. Educated Americans will need to know two or more languages to be successful in the new global economy.
First of all, I think Chinese is not one of those languages.
Where does that put A&T? Not very high on the bar. So, I hope officials are watching this. Maybe you should reconsider foreign languages. Because we will not be globally ready compared to students who obviously, even compared to kindergartners to third graders in Minnesota, that's not the business. But anyway, in losing nigga news, A&T starts everything late as usual. Typical black people. But anyway, I think we're gonna take a break right now and head over here to this nigga Dave and see what he doing with sports and shit. What up, nigga Dave?
Alright, yo, this is Sports with that nigga Dave. I'm gonna run you through the NFL scores. We're gonna start off with the NFL. We had the Buffalo Bills beating the Eagles 31-24. We had the Chiefs beating the Colts 28-24. The Vikings beat the Cardinals 34-10. The Seahawks made a comeback against the Giants 36-25. The Steelers dominated the Titans 38-17. Drew Brees and the Saints made a comeback against the Panthers and won 30-27. Andy Dalton and the Bengals won 30-20 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Oakland, with an emotional win after Al Davis's passing, won 25-20 against the Houston Texans. And in our afternoon games, we had the 49ers beat the Bucks 48-3. In the highlight game of the week, we had the Patriots beating the Jets 30-21.
Shout out New England.
And the Chargers won against the Broncos 29-24 despite Tim Tebow's last-minute efforts. And we had the defending Super Bowl champion Packers beat the Atlanta Falcons 25-24. In college football, shout out to North Carolina A&T Aggies for beating the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Bethune-Cookman Wildcats 22-3. They are now first place, tied for first place with Norfolk State. In other sports news, in MLB, in the ALCS, we have the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. In the NLCS, we have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Detroit Tigers beat the New York Yankees in the divisional round, and the Rangers beat the Rays in the divisional round. And so in the NL, we had the Cardinals beat the Phillies, and we had the Brewers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks. And that is it with sports with that nigga Dave.
Alright, anyway, shout out to nigga Dave.
But not know how to work the camera right now.
Hey, yo, chill out.
Alright, anyway.
So, anyway, let's see. Once again, in losing nigga news, shout out to the NBA who canceled the first 2 weeks of the season because they couldn't come up with an agreement.
Shake my head. Damn you, David Stern. Get your shit together.
Don't be blaming the whole shit on David Stern. Maybe it's the players' fault too. They the ones that can't come up with agreement, the players and the coaches. I'm just saying.
Anyway, shout out to Dave, that nigga Dave, to be correct.
Right.
For actually giving us the NFL scores this week.
Shout out to the NFL. Shout out to the New England Patriots. Woo!
Fuck them. Shout out to the Panthers.
For losing.
Almost. No.
In losing nigga news.
It was a good loss because we did pretty well. Our defense is ass, and if I may make a suggestion to the Panthers organization, you need to fire your defensive coordinator.
Last time I checked, the New England Patriots have the worst defense in the NFL, so you don't have any room to talk.
They make up with it for Tom Brady. We don't have a fuck.
You have Cam Newton. What you mean? That's almost equivalent. Cam Newton can run. What Tom Brady can do? Tom Brady.
He's not Tom Brady.
What you mean? I know he ain't Tom Brady. Shut up. Shout out to the nigga Rashad. Got mad flipping tables and shit. He ain't shit. Yeah. I'm let him cool off though. He mad because he couldn't get a word in. Mind you, nobody was injured during the making of this video. Anyway, the winning nigga news. Shout out to Beyonce, who's pregnant by Jay-Z. Fuck that. I don't believe she's pregnant. I think she got on one of them goddamn belly bags and shit. Them little belly shits. I feel like Beyonce ain't gonna give birth to a baby. She's gonna give birth to a certain pillow and feathers.
Team Nike. And I'm cooled off from the little table flip earlier. I think I broke it because it is, as you see, it's a little wobbly. Next segment. Real life situations with yours truly. Let's roll it. Fuck, I just told this motherfucker to turn his music down. Shit!
Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're talking about bullying, we're gonna talk about G-Ho, and then we already talked about NBA lockout, then we're gonna talk about boobies. We're gonna get Dave to zoom in. He gonna zoom in on my boobies and shit. Shit. Not my boobies. Oh shit, that ain't recording. Hey, alright, we back. You see we back. You know, we had a little altercation. Not altercation, but a little spit spat earlier. Shout out to him. He broke the table.
Pray about it and speak out.
Right.
Simple as that.
Alright, so anyway, once again, in the news, October is Breast Cancer Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shout out to the boobies. I got rubber bands for everything. Boobies rule, and they do. Save the tatas, niggas. Save the tatas. Shout out to that market that just fell off the table. Anyway, as we wrap this thing up with the most beautiful song, we're gonna talk about the G-Ho lineup, but we're not gonna sing about it. I was just joking. Alright, so today, which is Monday, we had the gospel show, which featured the award-winning A&T Gospel Choir and Mary Mary.
Beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies.
Which mind you, the gospel show sold out twice. The first time that's ever happened. Shout out to the gospel show. Tuesday, which is tomorrow, we have a fashion show. That's going to be in Corbett Sports Center. That starts at 7. I'm pretty sure the ticket probably says 7:30 though.
Right.
We're not going to talk about times.
And it's not going to start on time, just a heads up.
Speaking of not starting on time, shout out to NCAT, because nothing ever starts on time around here. Except the inauguration, that started early. But that's probably because the white people was on campus.
What's she looking at, though? Anyway.
Shout out to him. Alright, but Wednesday we have the comedy show. That will be in Corbett too. It's supposed to start, it says on the poster it starts at 8 o'clock, but your ticket says 8:30.
And Cat fucking up once again.
We don't know what time it starts, so don't
get there early.
Your best bet is to get there at 6:30 when the doors open.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got my information right this week. Dave got to help me out this week. Shout out to me. Alright, anyway, Thursday we have the alumni versus undergrad games. If you haven't signed up for that, oh well, I don't know what to tell you. But do come out and watch. That'll be in the Holland Bowl, and following those alumni undergrad games, we're gonna have a pep rally in the Holland Bowl, which is the Lungo Marching Machine, Cold Steel, all them. They gonna be out there.
Word.
The Greeks probably be out there as well.
Stepping over everybody. So
Right.
if you see them coming, move.
Speaking of stepping, Friday is the National Panhellenic Council step show at the Greensboro Coliseum.
And I'm going. Got my ticket today.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to that. Right.
Oh,
And then Saturday, you have the parade. The homecoming parade. It will be,
early in the morning.
it starts at 8.
Yeah,
And it
early in the
said,
morning.
on the poster it says from 8 to 12, but I don't know why anybody would march in the parade for 4 hours.
Early in the morning.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then later on that day, we have the football game. Oh! I'm actually excited this year. I'm going in. If you saw me in the game last week, I had my face paint on, blue and gold.
It was stripes, man. Don't make it seem like it was tagged.
If you thought I was crazy last week, wait till you see me this week. It's going down.
I'm not
at the
saying
football
next
game against Delaware State, the Hornets. Delaware State lost to Norfolk last week. A&T beat Bethune-Cookman Wildcats last week. It's going down. I got faith in A&T. If y'all win, again, I'm taking a shot for y'all.
Shout out to my phone for ringing while we're doing this. Anyway,
Shout out to my
that was a random note. Sunday is campus cleanup.
which we'll see, which most people will probably still be hungover, so we probably won't have many people helping with that except us sober people. Alright, but I think that is about it we have for y'all this week. There's nothing else on this.
We done! Game over.
Shut up. Listen.